it up for the Unity North Band. On this beautiful Cinco de Mayo, they'll usher us out on that, I promise, I promise. How are we doing this morning? Great, good, I love it. I love the energy in this place. Oh, my friends, let us take this energy, let us take this love into a moment of prayer. Let's take a deep breath as we do so. As we take one more, we inhale that confidence that we need just to get through the day. And we exhale knowing that we have that confidence and we have that strength. Today we claim that we are as God created us, as Spirit created us, just as the universe needs us to be, which is love, which is light, and a reflection of the beautiful and utmost glory. And we claim that we know that to be true in each and every one of us, and we claim that we know that to be true as a community. And when we come together, our love and our light shine brighter than we can ever imagine. And so we do. We come together for love, for peace, for unity, even and especially in uncertain times. But we have the strength that we need within us and among us. And so it is. Amen. Well, this morning we are going to continue to assert that in love and light and glory as we sing our opening song, I Am As God Created Me. So I invite you to stand to your feet if you're able. Open your hearts, get ready to receive a blessing, and online, please feel free to sing along with us also. We are as God created us. Choosing Unity North this morning. There's so much love in the house, but we are going to come back together. We are going to assert that we are as God created us. Get ready to lift your voices in song, my friends. We are. We are as God created us, in the light, in the love, in the glory. We are as God created us, in the light, in the love, in the glory. In the light, in the love, in the glory. In the light, in the love, in the glory. In the light, in the love, in the glory. We are. In the light and the love and the glory, in the light and the love and the glory, in the light and the love and the glory, we are. Yes, we are. You sound amazing. Thank you. You may be seated. What a beautiful, beautiful day. And if you're here for the first time, I hope you know that you are part of that beautiful day. You are part of this energy, of that love, and of that light. And right now we have our welcome team coming forward to continue to be extensions of that love and their light. They have welcome packets in their hands. And in that welcome packet, there's a little jog in the step there. I like that little bounce. And in that welcome packet, there is a Let's Connect card. And that Let's Connect card does just what it says, helps us stay connected with you and you with us. So you can fill it out with pen and paper. There's a pen in the back of the seat pocket in front of you, or you can scan the QR code and you can fill it out digitally. But we don't want to lose this opportunity. So right now, if this is your first time, we would love it if you would raise your hand nice and high so we can share some love with you this morning. Thank you. Thank you. Let's keep your hands up until you get a welcome packet, but we are so appreciative that you chose Unity North this morning, both in person and online. You are part of this love. Thank you. And you may be wondering, one of the beautiful things about Unity North is our prayer chaplain ministry. So you may be wondering who these beautiful people are on these four corners of the room. They are the prayer chaplains on duty. So a special thanks to Teresa, Juanita, Tara, and Justice. They are holding us in love and in light, just like the song says. They are proclaiming our glory wherever it is that we are. So thank you. Thank you to all of you. So we come to this very special time in our service, and it is none other than it's announcement time. Why do we get excited about announcements, you might ask? Because there's so much happening in this community. So this is a time where we get to dig in and celebrate. So let's do just that. So with our first announcement, Richard is not here today, but that's okay because we have an amazing guest speaker that he lined up for us. Tama Kieves is in the house. She is going to be doing service today. She deserves an early round of applause. Let's do it. She also has a workshop after service, as well as coaching sessions that are happening later on today and as well as tomorrow. So you are going to be blown away by her talk, talking about thriving through uncertainty. And this person, this human, this spiritual seeker, this love shiner will be in the foyer after service so that you can sign up for those coaching sessions. So trust me, that confidence that we talked about, that love and that strength, you're going to feel that and you're going to want to feel more of that. So check her out in the foyer. She'll also be selling some books and other wares. You don't want to miss that. Also happening today is Praying Pause, featuring the Hidden Acres and Animal Sanctuary Therapy and Rescue Organization. So that is going to be an interesting piece. So you have time to go home, get your loved one, your furry one, your scaled one, whatever they might be, part of your family, and bring them on back for Praying Pause. And in our next announcement, so we have a raffle, as you know, and we may be thinking, okay, I have time. You don't have that much more time, my friends. You do have time after service in Holy Grounds, but next Sunday, by 12:45, we're done. So if you missed your opportunity to get a $100 ticket to win a $5,000 Delta gift card that you can share with family and friends, then we missed that. So hopefully we don't miss that. So you've got one more week, 12:45 next Sunday, Judith said, no mas. We also have Unity Basics that are happening on Zoom. So that is coming up pretty quickly. And again, just on Zoom. So that gives us all a chance. We can be in our jammies and connect, learn more about Unity North, and also wherever we are in the world, we can also be a part of Unity North in membership by taking this class. We have another exciting event coming up. So when I say we celebrate the things in our community, we celebrate the things in our communities. There's so much happening. So Unity Beyond Boundaries. We are thrilled to announce guest speakers from PFLAG, parent, families, and friends of lesbians and gays, who will share insights surrounding the intricacies of gender identity. We're very excited to share that one of our own will be sharing her story. Now, our coming out into Unity monologues in October, she was going to share there, but she wasn't ready. But she is now. So we ask that you come and wrap her in your love and your strength and support as she stands in her truth and affirms that in this amazing community. So if you, friends, or family are struggling with how to have a loving and supportive conversation, we invite you to come learn and share your questions at Unity Beyond Boundaries on May 19th at 1:30 in the Peace Chapel. And in our next announcement, it is a big old thank you. Thank you to all of you. Our tithes and our giving allow us to give back to the community. So we were able to give to these places in March, to Atlanta Energy, the Let's Talk About It conference, a gender and sexuality affirming clinical care conference, Habitat for Humanity, Family Promise of Cobb County, Southeast Unity Ministries, and Unity Worldwide Ministries, all in the month of March. All thanks to all of you. That does deserve a round. And we also wanted to let you know that we have a special meditation that is coming up. So not this Wednesday, but the Wednesday after that, we have Matt Venuti coming in to give a multi-sensory experience. There will be videos, there will be live music. He calls it like he's creating a soundtrack to nature as we are experiencing all of these different elements in a meditative way. So it's a very different experience, very cool. May 15th at 7 o'clock, Matt Venuti in the house. So we hope you will be there for that. All right, so now, that is all the things that are happening in this amazing house. And now we want to make space to celebrate our own inner spirit that is also in the house. So please put your hands together for Tara Bundens.
And thank you to Jeannie for being up here too. Here we go. Y'all might want to get up. I think you're going to want to move around. Spirit in the house. Yeah, yeah. Spirit. Done my time, I'm so tired, I give up on my simple mind. It's not working and I'm no good, I'm in need. If I only could find the spirit in the house. Yeah, yeah, spirit in the house. Yeah. Light says stop, I go through. Pull me over, send the man in blue. Yeah, you know what you done did. I said yes, I ran the light of red. What's your hurry, why the race? Who you trying to keep pace with? It's your time, it's alright. Got your answer, you can't hide from the spirit in the house. Sing it with me, yeah. Spirit. Thank you, Jeannie.
Well, Spirit is definitely in the house this morning, amen? All right, my friends, it is time for us to invite Tama Kieves up to the platform. Let me tell you a little bit about her. Tama Kieves is an honors graduate of Harvard Law School. She left her law practice to write and help others discover and express the life they were born to live. She is the best-selling author of This Time I Dance, Creating the Work You Love, and Inspired and Unstoppable, Wildly Succeeding in Your Life's Work. And A Year Without Fear, 365 Days of Magnificence. Doesn't that sound amazing? Her newest book is Thriving Through Uncertainty, Moving Beyond Fear of the Unknown and Making Change Work for You. Featured in USA Today, as well as on ABC News, Oprah Radio, and other national media, she is a sought-after speaker and visionary career and success coach who has helped thousands worldwide to discover, launch, and thrive in life, calling, and businesses of their dreams. She has taught regularly at premier holistic venues such as Esalen, Omega, and Canyon Ranch, and spoken at TEDx. She is known for her edgy humor, real-world spirituality, warm compassion, and the big possibilities she brings out in others. Tama has also taught A Course in Miracles for over 28 years. Yep. And doesn't look a day over 28. So we are going to welcome, with warm compassion that we have here at Unity North, Tama Kieves.
Hello? Yes, cool. So, I wanted to ask you to begin with, is it me, or has life ratcheted up a notch? Hello? Oh my God, everybody is going through some kind of uncertainty. The world seems like it's uncertain. You might be going through some kind of uncertainty. And I think it's as though the universe is saying, the grace period is now over. Right? The grace period is now over. You know that you have this inner voice. You know that you have this genius inside you. You know that you have this love. We've been studying this. We know this. It's time for us to live it. Right? Thank you. It's time for us to really live it. I think the way that I think about it is the universe is saying, you know what, you have gifts, you have a mission, you have dreams, you have something to bring here, and it's time to get out of our heads and be led, right? So that's what I know, and if you're going through any kind of uncertainty right now, what I want you to know is that there is already a path inside you. Even though it seems scary and you feel uncertain, there is a path in you. And the way that we get to that path is we listen moment by moment to what's whispering to us. So I'm going to ask you, what stops us from listening to our own inner voice? What stops us? Because if you're not listening to your inner voice, you are listening to somebody else. Who are you listening to? Right? It could be the voice of the media that you're listening to. It could be the voice of education that you're listening to. It could be the voice of a parent. Many of you know my story, but I'll share a little bit again. I was listening to my mother. I grew up in Brooklyn, New York. Yes, thank you, New York, to an Orthodox Jewish family. Who would not be happy I was standing here, by the way. And I knew when I was young that I wanted to write. I had this dream, I wanted to be a writer. I took creative writing in high school, and I fell in love with writing, and the teacher was gorgeous. So I thought, oh my God, this is a sign. This is an absolute sign. This is my calling. So I went home to share this great news with my family. And my mother, I basically could have said, I found my calling, I want to start a meth lab. I found my calling, I want to sell my body to the Knights. Because in my mother's mind, drug addicts, prostitutes, and creative people, you're all going to live under the same bridge, right? So my mother said something like, you're going to write? You're gonna write? You're gonna starve, you're gonna write. And that was the go for your dreams talk I got. That was the go for your dreams talk. My mother, being a very reasonable woman, said something like, what, you can't get a job? You'll write on the Sundays. And many of us got that same exact advice, didn't we? Don't do what you love. Don't do what moves you. Don't do what rocks your soul. Stay safe. Stay practical. And what I want you to know right now is there is no safety in staying safe. There is no safety in saying, there is no safety in holding back our genius, in holding back what your soul wants you to do. That's never safe. But I didn't know that at that time, and I went off to law school, and I went to Harvard Law School and graduated with honors from Harvard Law School. My mother was very, very proud. She was bragging in every synagogue for all she was worth. She was like, oh, my little girl, I don't want to tell you. Let me tell you. And haven't you had a situation where maybe your life looked right to other people, but it didn't feel right to you, right? You've had that situation. So that's what happened to me. I was practicing law, I was on partnership track, and I just kept feeling empty. I kept feeling broken. I was scared. That, by the way, is sometimes how Spirit's calling you, is when you feel broken and you feel scared. And thank God, a friend of mine at the time said, think about it. If you've been this successful doing what you don't love, what could you do with what you love? And I just thought, I need to find out. I need to know where this voice would go. I decided I want to listen to that inner voice and see where it takes me, right? Because I'd pushed it down, but I'd never listened to it. So I left my career without a plan, without money, without anything, which, by the way, now qualifies me to be an expert in thriving through uncertainty, right? And so that's what I want to talk to you about, is thriving through uncertainty, because at this point, I do coaching now, and I do workshops all over the country, and I do coaching, and I work with entrepreneurs and people in health situations and leaders and visionaries, anybody who pays me, really. And what I get asked all the time is, but Tama, I don't know how. I don't know how. I don't know how to get from A to B to C to D. I don't know how. And what I will say to you is that this is not a linear path. This is not a linear path. This is an inspired path. And I teach this to all my clients. I would tattoo it on their foreheads if I could. You can't plan an inspired life. You can't plan this life. By definition, it's beyond our imagination. It's inspired. It's unimaginable. It's coming from the deepest part of your dreams and your soul, right? So I want to talk a little bit about that, about what an inspired life might look like. I'm going to give you my best example of it. For me, it was the thing that completely changed my life. After I left law, I banged around trying to figure out what I wanted to do. What I really wanted to do was write a book, right? And so I started writing this book. It took me 12 years to write my first book. This Time I Dance, Creating the Work You Love. It took me 12 years to write my first book. I know many people hear that and think, I liked her until she said that. I don't have that kind of time for anything, 12 years, right? But what I always tell people is it really took me 11 years to heal, to learn, to undo what was in the way, to trust this universe, to trust this love that we can't see, to trust Spirit, to believe in myself. That's what took 11 years, and it took 1 year to write a book, right? Right? Thank you. And so if any of you are feeling like, oh my God, things take so long, and why are things taking so long? It's because you are doing so much. We are the ones. We are the ones. We're the ones who are awakening. We're the ones who are undoing conditioning. We're going beyond the societal norm. We're doing so much. And many times you think, well, I'm not doing enough, or I'm not getting there. We are doing so much all at once. right? So after I finished writing this book, after 12 years, I thought, I want to get it published, but I don't know how. I don't know how you do that. So I researched commercial publishing and self-publishing and all this stuff. And I just kept hearing this inner voice. And it kept saying, just put it in the river. Just put it in the river. And I didn't know what that meant. Like, I don't know if you know what that means. It's like, for me, it was like, it's hard enough to hear inner guidance. And then now it's speaking in metaphors, and I live in Denver, Colorado. There are no rivers. So I'm thinking, please, God, don't tell me it's not asking me to put my manuscript in the water but I knew intuitively it meant just put the book out there some way, somehow, and it would go where it needed to go, right? That it would go where it needed to go. But have you ever done that thing where you're asking Spirit for advice? Like, just tell me anything. Just tell me anything. I want to know anything. And then you hear an answer, it's like, just tell me something else. Anything else. Can I have the lucrative answer, please? Right? Because it scared me, the thing of I thought this means I need to self-publish this book, which means I need to print it myself. I knew nothing about marketing. I knew nothing about distribution. I'm putting my own money into it now. It's like, I don't want to do this. But I thought, okay, I'm going to follow this voice. And the second you decide that you are going to follow this voice, you will meet the most judgmental person. 2 seconds later, guaranteed. I don't know what possessed me to do this, but I went to an ex-boyfriend's house for a Passover dinner, and I sat down next to this woman, and she was my mother on steroids. So she is drinking wine all night, and she starts grilling me and going, so you're gonna publish a book? You're gonna put your own money into this? You don't know anything about marketing? Oh, you're very ambitious. Which is code for, you're a nut. Step away from my kids, right? And so I didn't know anything. I had never really related to the Passover ceremony before that much. I didn't know that much about it. It's all about the exodus of the Jews. I got it that night. It was like, oh my God, let my people go. Let my people go. I got it. Oh my God, let my people go. And so, because I thought, what am I going to tell this woman? Don't worry, I have a plan. I am going to put it in a river, right? Don't worry, I have a plan. Or don't worry, I'm listening to an inner voice. It's very nice, right? You know how in rooms like this, we comfort ourselves, we're listening to an inner voice, we feel good about that, we tell each other about it. You talk to somebody normal, not so much, right? So I will cut to the chase. I finally decided to publish this book. It started spreading through word of mouth. It hit a bestseller list in Denver. It was spreading through word of mouth. And 4 months after I self-published, the most amazing thing happened. I got an email out of the blue that literally said, your fairy godmother has arrived. Your fairy godmother has arrived. If you got an email like that, wouldn't you think it was spam? Right? You'd think it was spam. You would think, I'm going to open it up and it's going to be, Russian girls are waiting for you. There's money for you in Nairobi. Give us your credit card number. Right? But I thought it was spam. I opened it up, and it was from a vice president of marketing and publicity for Random House. Yeah. And thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And she was going through a meltdown, a career transition, and she had somehow found my self-published book on Amazon, and she wrote to me and said, this is the best book I have ever read on finding your calling, on doing your dreams. I want to get it to a major New York house. I want to get it to a major New York publisher, which for me is like saying, I want you to meet God now, She got it to the publisher I'd always dreamed of. It was Tarcher, part of Penguin, part of Random House. She got it to the president of the company, and they bought the book. They bought the book that I'd spent 12 years doing with I didn't have an agent, a contract, a publisher, right? I listened to that inner voice. They bought the book. Not only did they buy the book, they kept it exactly the same. exactly the same. They kept the title, they kept the writing the same, they edited a little bit. They put purple ink in it because I had purple in it. I didn't know what I was doing, And so as an unknown author, I would never have started off at that level had I followed the conventional plan. If I had done what you're supposed to do, what everybody else tells you what to do, I would never have started off there. That's what I mean when I say you can't plan an inspired life. I couldn't figure out, I'm gonna have a meltdown for 12 years, some other woman's gonna have a meltdown, at the end of 12 years, and we are gonna meet up. And that is my business plan. That's my business plan, right? Of like what bank is gonna go, oh, that sounds really good to us, Ms. Kieves, right? What I want you to know as you're listening is that you have an inspired path. This is not just my story, this is our story. That no matter what you're going through right now, there is an inspired path within us. And if we listen to what's whispering to us in this moment, it leads us to the next moment and the next. So I always used to end with that story because it's my best story, it's my really cool story. But I want to talk to you more about thriving through uncertainty. Because what happens for many of us is we think, well, once you get the book deal, it'll be okay. Once you get the check that comes in, it'll be okay. Once you get the health diagnosis comes back and it's okay, you'll be okay. Right? Once you meet the love of your life, it will be okay. Once you can get rid of who you thought was the love of your life, it will be okay. You feel me. We are always putting our happiness somewhere else. We're always putting it down there. We're always putting it somewhere else. Thriving is about being here. Thriving is about being in this moment because the spiritual life is right here in this moment. So I have a concept in my book, Thriving Through Uncertainty, about a video game. And what it talks about is, have you ever had the situation where you're dealing with an issue and you think, how am I dealing with this again? Right? Have you ever had that, like, you're in the same fear again, you thought you healed it, you thought you did all kinds of things about it and it was gone, and then you're dealing with the same fear or the same kind of pattern again? Please tell me you've had that issue. Thank you. I was thinking, oh my God, I am alone. And so sometimes you think you're going backwards, right? But you're really going forward. Because in the video game, it's as though you've done it at a certain level, and now you've moved up to the next level. And you've moved up to the next level, and at the next level, the question is still the same. Will you listen to the love inside you, or will you listen to fear? Will you listen to the love inside you at this level, or will you listen to fear? Right? And because at the next level, it's like things got harder. The rules changed. The boss got meaner, right? The situation changed on you because we're at the next level. That's how it's supposed to work. So I'm going to give you an example of that for me. How this worked for me at one point was when my second book came out, Inspired and Unstoppable. I was in one of those situations behind the scenes where I wanted to get everything right. I just wanted to get it right. I'd felt like I hadn't done the marketing right or what you're supposed to do with other things. And this time I was like determined, I'm gonna get this right. I'm gonna nail it this time, right? But everything started falling apart. Behind the scenes, everything started falling apart. I had an assistant who just happened to go off the rails at that moment. And all the deadlines we had, we started missing deadlines. All the opportunities we started missing. My partner got very, very sick. And so he fell out of things. And it was just like behind the scenes, everything was getting really, really scary. And I was getting really nervous, like this deadline is coming, a book is coming out. I'm supposed to be doing things. And I am freaking out. I am just freaking out. If you'd met me at a party, I'm like, hi, I'm Tama. Which is very, very attractive, especially in a self-help author. Especially in a self-help author writing a book, Inspired and Unstoppable. Right? Like, so I felt like a nut. And my friend at the time said, oh my God, you are a nut. you need to see somebody. You need to see this healer. And so I thought, okay, when you're crazy, you'll just do whatever, right? And so I went to see this healer. I knew nothing about this healer. I'm driving to the mountains to see the healer. And I meet the healer, and the healer is in a yurt. The healer is in a yurt. I'm from New York City. I know nothing from yurts. A yurt, by the way, is a round tent. Right? And so I'm already nervous. So I go meet the healer in the yurt, and we sit in the yurt, and she starts saying, what would you like to heal? What would you like to heal? I am crazy at this point. I am in my New York City mind. I'm like, I want to heal this, and this, and this, and this. And I'm sure that poor healer thought, oh my God, there is not enough sage on the planet. I am never going to be able to cleanse this space ever. I'm gonna have to move. Right? So she, though, said, you know what, we're gonna do a ritual. We're gonna do a ritual. Let's get leaf here. And she takes me on her property, and there's this beautiful stream on her property, and she has me stand in the center of the stream. And then she says, I want you to look this way. And all the water's rushing by and rushing by and rushing by. And she said, everything that's rushing by, those are all the opportunities you lost. Those are the things you could have done and should have done and would have done. And it's rushing by and rushing by. And she's like, oh, that idea that you were going to use, oh, look, somebody else is doing it. They're making $1 million. And that thing you were going to do, oh, that's a bestseller for somebody else. It's rushing by and rushing by. And she asks me, how do you feel right now? And at first I think, maybe I should have hired a different healer because this is not helping. But she's like, what do you feel? And it's rushing by these opportunities and that opportunity. And I start feeling I feel like it's out of control. It's all out of control. It's out of control. And finally I realize it's out of my control. And I have this moment of incredible self-forgiveness because I realize it's out of my control. And I'm doing what I can do. And I'm doing what I can do. And it was just this moment of incredible self-forgiveness. And then she has me turn this way, and the stream is coming and coming and coming at me and rushing. And she said, this is the universe. This is the love that is coming to you, and new opportunities, and new people, and new chances, and new things coming and coming. And she said, do you think it's ever gonna stop? And I'm like, no, it's not. And I realized in that moment that it's not our past that creates the future. It's not our past that creates the future. It's this present moment. Right now, in this present moment, that's where we can thrive. And so I think we have an opportunity in this amazing, amazing house, in this amazing community. We have an opportunity together to hold this energy and to be in this moment and to say, I'm gonna open up again. I'm gonna open up again, right? Because I'd been so busy worrying about what I didn't do, should have done, could have done, that I wasn't available to what was possible. And so there might be a place in you where you feel hard inside, or you feel angry, or you feel frustrated, or you feel scared, or you've stopped believing that things could work out. And for me, we have this opportunity to open up and say, you know what? I'm willing to open again. I'm willing to try again. I'm willing to listen to my spirit again and to give spirit another chance and myself another chance. So I want to read you something from my book, Thriving Through Uncertainty. In this particular passage, I'm talking about a concept. I'm talking again about the video game, but I'm also talking about a concept from A Course in Miracles. And there is a line in the Course in Miracles that says, who you think you are is a belief to be undone. Who you think you are is a belief to be undone. You may think, oh, I'm too young, I can't do this. I'm too old, I can't do this. I should have done that thing in 2005. I can't do this. This isn't right. Who you think you are is a belief to be undone. Because every single one of us has that light in us. And every single one of us is an answer at this time. And we are in a world that needs your answers and your peace and your love and your radiance. Right? Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And thank you for being here and being the people who are going to do that, who are doing that every single day. So I'm going to just read you this passage. Again, it's talking about the video game. And it says, "This is the magic of practice. It gets better. We become more fluid with each limit we surpass. How will you practice? How will you devote yourself to thriving? A Course in Miracles teaches that who you think you are is a belief to be undone. You think you can be stopped. You think you can be diminished. You think you can fail. But that's the game. You can never lose. You already have everything you need. You have this crazy alchemical love within you, and it's yours to give in any situation, which changes every situation and even changes you as you give it. You do not walk alone. Will you choose to listen to the disconnected, smallest version of yourself or the highest allegiance of your spirit? You have a choice. Choose love. Choose again. Choose now. Ding, ding, ding. We have a winner. So I want to just end with my favorite quote of all time. It's attributed to Jesus and the Gnostics. You may have heard it. And it says, "If you bring forth that which is within you, that which is within you will save you. If you do not bring forth that which is within you, that which is within you will destroy you." It's a little gift of guilt from my people. Thank you. Thank you so, so much. Thank you. Thank you so, so much. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you. And thank you for being here. Thank you. I just want to make a quick announcement while I'm here before we go into the meditation. We're going to go into a meditation and take this a little deeper. But if you can join me for the workshop this afternoon at 1:30 to 3:30, Thriving Through Uncertainty, we're going to make this real. We're going to unpack this. If you've got any uncertainty, you want answers, you want movement, you want to feel like you know what you're here to do in this moment, please join us. There is nothing like gathering together. It will be very interactive. We'll be doing exercises. I'll be using some of my coaching techniques. It's an amazing, amazing experience. I've gone around the country doing this. It's incredible what happens. So please join us. I know some of you might think, well, I have plans or whatever. It's like, you can't plan an inspired life, right? You might need to be here. So if you need to come late, come late. You need to leave early, leave early. Just get some of it if you can. The other thing I'll mention too is I am doing some coaching sessions while I'm here. They're really discounted. They're private one-on-ones. If you want to work with me on anything, please talk to us or register. While I'm here, I'm doing it today and also some tomorrow. So, the other thing is join me at the table. If you're watching online, make sure you get on my mailing list. We do free fortune cookies that come out all the time to keep you inspired and ignited. Also free classes and all kinds of great stuff. So make sure you get on my mailing list and join me. We're creating a global community of people who are daring to live from love instead of fear. And I also just want to thank all of you. I want to thank Unity North, because it takes a lot to bring in a speaker. It takes a lot to organize this. Unity North does so much, and it is such a privilege. So please, please support your community. It's an amazing. I walked into this place, I almost cried. You know, I really did. It's almost like you're just home, you know. The love that was here, I was just greeted. It's an amazing place. So I really, 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 I'm grateful to be here. So I will, okay, thank you.
Let's take a moment to thank Tama again.
Thank you.
That was amazing. I don't know if you took as many notes as I did, but take just a moment to close your eyes if you feel comfortable, kind of get settled, or you can watch the words up here and sing along with me. We're going to sing a Karen Drucker song. Let's take a deep breath together. In the stillness of this moment, the stillness of this moment, there is peace. There is peace, and I rest and trust and breathe and know that in the stillness of this moment there is peace. In the stillness of this moment there is love. There is love. In the stillness of this moment there is love. There is love, and I rest and trust and breathe and know that in the stillness of this moment there is love. In the stillness of this moment there is love.
So together we're going to take some deep breaths. And if it helps you at all, you might place your hand on your heart or any gesture that reminds you, this is my time. This is my time to listen, to receive. There is nothing you need to do. It's already done. There is nothing you need to do. Together in this sacred space, we are taking the deepest breath that we have taken all day. And as we breathe out, we're letting go. I'm letting go. Spirit, I ask to let go. I ask to let go of anything I'm holding in the way of listening and receiving and breathing you. Allowing each breath to land in the center of your heart and your beingness. There is nothing you need to do. There is nothing I need to do. I'm willing to remember in this time that I am loved, that I am loved, that even when I'm judging myself or my life, I am loved. And there is an infinite, infinite, infinite amount of resources available to me. Spirit, I am willing to remember I am loved. I am loved. I am safe, no matter what's going on right now. We are safe. We are whole. We are listening. If there is any place within you that has felt hurt, or any place where you feel like you may be stopping yourself from receiving your good, any place you might be worried, together in this space, we offer our willingness. I offer my willingness to Spirit. I'm willing, Spirit. I'm willing. I'm willing to open to your love and to listen. And allowing yourself to rest in this moment and see, what is it that my heart wants me to know? What is it? Spirit, what would you have me know in this moment? I'm not forcing. I'm opening for the rest of the day, if not the rest of my life. What would you have me know? I spend a moment listening and receiving. And if your mind wanders, that's fine. We're spending a final moment just receiving, having a conversation. What is it that your heart is saying in this moment? Perhaps it comes now, perhaps it comes later. We dedicate ourselves in this moment to opening again and to thriving in this moment and in every moment. Thanking yourself for giving yourself this gift of being here. And when it feels right to you and in your own right time, allowing your beautiful mind to begin to return.
Thank you, Tama. It was beautiful. One of the wonderful things about just being in different spots in the room is being able to hear the, yes, that's good. You see people scribbling notes. You know it's hitting home when we've got the note takers and the, that's right. Yeah, I can see that. So thank you. Thank you so much. And we move into this time as we remember, as Tama reminded us, that we are loved, and the love that we have for this place, for Unity North, as we move into offering time and our ushers start to come forward. And we are just in community. When we can be in love with ourselves, we can be in love and in unity, in union with our community. So we know that as the baskets come around, that there are so many different ways, or as the ushers come forward, there's so many different ways that we can give. We can give in the baskets. If you filled out a Let's Connect form earlier, you can put that in the basket. And also feel free to join us downstairs. If you're new or new-ish, we will have a table downstairs that is clearly marked, and you can have a place to sit and to be and to ask questions and have someone to talk to. You can also put your consistent giving cards in the offering baskets, scan the QR code, give online, so many different ways, and we are appreciative of each and every one. So before the baskets come around, let us say our offering blessing together. I am so blessed, I am so prosperous, and it is my great pleasure to share of my blessings and to share of my prosperity. And in the giving, the entire world is blessed. Thank you, God. So together we are going to lift our voices and sing our offering song. Please join us. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful for all that I have. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful. I am so blessed. One more time. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful for all that I have. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful. I am so blessed. All right, Michael March. And so we are so blessed to have Tara Abundance and Jeannie Bailey up here singing and signing Blackbird.
Take just a moment to, while you're listening to this song, really hear in your mind where you might still feel a little broken, and kind of what Tama talked about, like, we're not broken. There's always something available for us. So I don't know, this song just felt pretty perfect for this time. Blackbird singing in the dead of night. Take these broken wings and learn to fly all your life. You were only waiting for this moment to arise. Blackbird singing in the dead of night. Take these sunken eyes and learn to see all your life. You were only waiting for this moment to be free. Blackbird fly, blackbird fly into the light of the dark black night. Blackbird fly, blackbird fly into the light of the dark black night. Blackbird fly, blackbird fly into the light of the dark black night. Blackbird singing in the dead of night. Take these broken wings and learn to fly all your life. You were only waiting for this moment to arise. You were only waiting for this moment to arise. You were only waiting for this moment to arise.
Thank you, Tara. Thank you, Jeannie. Beautiful. So we're going to activate our inner blackbirds and fly, right? Fly right into the workshop in this space after, right? So remember, we have that workshop, we have coaching sessions for more of thriving, not just living, not just surviving, but thriving. We can get more information about the workshop and the coaching sessions. Say hi to Tama in the lobby after service. But right now, we are going to thrive and we are going to fly with our closing song, and I thank you. So I invite you to stand to your feet if you're able, hold somebody's hand, thank them for being here, and let's lift our voices together. Thank you, Unity North. Have a beautiful day and a beautiful week.